Okay, first game. Dragonshire is our map. We are in the lower bracket of the Rive Cup, the Rive tournament. Team RageQuit going up against MisiePysie. Yeah, it's party time, everybody. We have another best of 3 Heroes of the Storm series in front of us. And yeah, MisiePysie again. It's like a team that has a lot of the players that previously played for Pepe My Lady. And of course, you all know Team RageQuit, who played some really good tournaments in the Masters Clash qualifier and also in the early stages of the Rive Cup here. And then in the quarterfinal of the winner bracket, they went up, I think it was against the Khaldors, and they played the weirdest shit ever, which backfired hard. So now they are in the lower bracket. Now, we'll find out what exactly they can do today. Honestly, I assume that we're going to see some more normal drafts by them. And that what they did in the upper bracket was mainly because they were playing with a sub-player or with multiple even. Time will tell, but I expect more of a battle now against Team MisiePysie, even though the red team is definitely the favorite. Don't just word here. They got Cestabos, they got Richu, they got Gore Rider, so that's a strong team. We got Sonya being banned, and well, on Dragonshire, it leaves of course a couple of picks here. Medivh is a potential ban, Stukov is a potential ban. You could try to get rid of... honestly, there's a lot at this point. But I guess those are the two that you're worried about the most now. And it's always the same good old gamble. Does my opponent have a proper Medivh player, yes or no? If they don't, that's a ban that you don't have to commit to. We definitely know that we have potential Medivh players on the side of the red team. And they ban Hogger, which leaves Stukov open. Which leaves Brightwing open. It leaves us with Medivh. And there it is. Instalock. Medivh first pick. Okay. Yeah. They're immediately coming in as like, well, not happening with us, boys. We play Medivh, and you're going to suffer the consequences now. So I guess the red team is currently looking at the draft and is like, ah, damn, we shouldn't have gambled on this one. So, yeah, they can still lock in aggressive comp. The problem is, of course, now when you're playing around, let's say, a variant Stukov setup, an Uberak Stukov setup, you're running into the issue that Medivh can ruin a lot of your plays with ley lines and with shields and portals. So they go into Malfurion. That is an interesting early pick. Malfurion has pretty much disappeared from the meta completely. I mean, he sees more or less no play right now. And we get Sylvanas. The Sylvanas doesn't show me in the slightest. I mean, Gore Rider and half the team plays Sylvanas, so they are great on this. They're locking her in whenever they can. Unless she gets banned or picked away, they play Sylvanas. The Malfurion pick is interesting, especially since I'm surprised that they pick him this early. Now, if you have a player that has a preference on Malfurion and he's maybe not as solid on other supports, by all means take him. But this early in the draft, you don't have to be afraid that your opponent picks it away. That's not happening. He's good against Medivh in the sense that he can, of course, lay down the lawn and control the portals a little bit with his roots. So that's great. You could make similar plays, though, with Stukov. And can even make those plays with Lucio, just portal control. Another hero that also brings that to the table is, of course, Junkrat, but we've been focusing on supports mainly. Tigers is in. And we got Diva over here. Alright. Diablo ban. No ley line into Apocalypse, so they're shutting that combo down. And here comes the Junkrat ban for exactly what I just talked about. Portal control. You don't want to give your opponent even more portal control than they already have with Malfurion. Because, again, you want to set those portals up to get the quick drop on the back line to escape out. Mei and Chen are now getting locked in. And, of course, both of them can also help to control the portal a bit more. Mei more so than Chen. But, yeah. Chen and Sylvanas plus Mei this could be nasty. Now, we got our last double pick coming in. But already you can tell that Team RageQuit is taking this way more serious than the match in the winner bracket. I honestly think that when they went up against the Khaldors, they just said, okay, we go up against the Khaldors, we got a sub player, this is over, let's have some fun, try some new stuff, and see what we can pull off with it. Shizza Kid on Leo, we got Brightwing now in 2. And the last pick for the team in red before we're heading into the first map of our Heroes of the Storm match. Again, lower bracket of the tournament. Yeah, they're actually waiting quite a bit here from this one. I mean, you gotta put some damage in. Not a lot of options here. It's the bird! Global! They got the bird for the global, and yeah, it's party time, everybody. Dragonshire, map number 1, Team RageQuit going up against MisiePysie on our first map of the best of 3 series. Team RageQuit against MisiePysie. Still a weird name for me. Anyways, Shizakid on Diva. We got Danazovsky on Brightwing for the blue team. My Try on Tychus. Warwick on Leoric. And Lemu is playing Medivh in our first game. The Awesome's renewal is in for Leo, so no swing build, at least initially for him. Still expect, of course, to see Neil Peasants on level 4. Cesabos with False that has made a choice yet. Mickey Good with a heat transfer. Richu on Chen. Gore Rider on Sylvanas. And Pestka is playing Malfurion. Okay, let's go. Falstad. What are we going to get from him? Is he going to go for a wingman build? Yes, he is. And we get the dash again for Tychus. That's always interesting to me, since these days, not only the grenade build, but if you don't go grenade build, then at least the auto attack build are so incredibly dominant for Tychus. Very few players still go dash, but I think they played the same style in one of the previous games. So they seem to really like this one. And we'll see what exactly they can do here. Now, of course, there's always the threat at the top lane now. Falstad is already moving his way up to the top. As long as Chen is playing it out with Warwick on the lane, Cesabos can, through the global, always threaten to turn this into a 2v1. All you gotta do is fly into the bush and then try to go for the battle here. It's a little bit down to Medivh also to empower those rotations for the team. But here's exactly the interaction that we're talking about. Portal gets set, and Malfurion, bam, sets the root up. It's exactly what you're going to see throughout the entire game, portal control. And that's also where we're going to have some other heroes later on trying to put a bit of a dent into the synergy on the plays. Yeah, with Cesabos now coming in, they are putting pressure onto Medivh. He needs to be careful as he's trying to guard his stacks. So he's sitting at 7 towards his baseline. And camps are now at the 1 minute mark also being taken. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna get here. I mean, it's always a bit of a nuisance when you're going up against Chen at the top. We this time don't see anything along the lines of Rexa. Camps are now taken, and Medivh is obviously sniffing all of this out. But they have the vision at the bottom of the map, so that's not going to be a problem. Siege Giants are there, and now that a 3-man commits to the bot lane push, the blue team is starting to push some initial damage onto those structures. Yeah, Chen needs to be careful at the top. Double control already. Chen, careful. Richu is able to make it out. But as they finally are about to take the camp, they really, really need to bring some heroes over to those lanes because they are under pressure. And Medivh is even for a second threatened the Dragon Knight in the middle. Mei goes down. Tychus is dead though. Okay, so there's at least that. Richu is doing well up at the top, and here in the middle we got a bit of a battle against Gore Rider as the blue team is attempting to lock in the Dragon Knight. Gore Rider might have to in for this. Chen is at the top, Dragon Knight is taken, Chen was too low. It's an early game Dragon Knight, 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. Very, very weak, but he will be able to do at least damage to the front wall. And that was a problem on the coordination side of the red team. So yeah, unfortunate for them. We got Broccoli on level 1, so the Vengeful Roots here. Gonna stack that up. Also, more stacking on Tychus as he goes on his level 4 straight into In the Rhythm. But yeah, that DK opens the wall up. This is pretty much what you can hope for. You're trying to slow it down with the DK as much as possible. You just want to use the Dragon's Breath until the duration is over. Use the AoE. And if you can do some more damage, then just take the wall down. That's of course be fantastic as well. But generally speaking, the earlier you get the DK, the less damage he's going to do. And they got the most out of it. This is honestly a very, very impactful early Dragon Knight, considering that they now took some of the hit points off the fort. They took the fountain down. They already destroyed 2 of the walls. And I'm a bit impressed. Team RageQuit, I had a really high opinion of their play. And I've been not shy to say that. But the series against the Khaldors was honestly a bit of a meme fiesta. So that kind of put a bit of a damper on it. Now, much better coordinated, way better opening for them. And I gotta admit that I'm a bit surprised because I had the red team pegged as a solid favorite here. Right now, they're struggling though. Kills and experience is still the same, but if you are starting to lose structures this early in the game, that becomes a bit of an issue. Now, time will tell how deep they can go here. For now, we also got a full Lightning Rod build for Falstad. A little bit worried about the portals that could be set up to get the jump on him. So yeah, can also of course then threaten a single target a little bit better when he makes the fly to the top lane. But here we go. There's the push into the back. Leo already ghosting in, slowing them down, getting the swing out, the kill against Sylvanas. Yeah, well, here we go. My try, by the way, has still not chosen his level 7 talent. He's waiting on that for a long time here. There we go. Grenade build, melting point. But yeah, it's the Medivh, of course. Medivh with a huge impact as usual. Yeah, already jumping on the birdie. And there's another kill. Nice. This is always the problem. They gambled in the draft. They were hoping that there's no Medivh pick for the blue team. They probably were planning on locking him in for themselves. They didn't ban him, and now they're getting punished for it. Medivh is just that guy that empowers a combo so unbelievably well if you have a good Medivh player. And right now, Limo is doing all that he has to do. He's providing the vision, he's setting the portals up, he's starting to stack the baseline. We have him at 22. They have a leading experience, nearly the early level 10, which would allow them to push even more aggressively. So yeah, very, very nicely done up to this point from the team in red. So yeah, boys and girls are doing well. And of course the party continues. Now they take the next cap. They're starting to push the bot lane again. We got the Chen against Leo fight at the top, but with the level 10 abilities, there's just no doubt that Team RageQuit is going to look for fights. And they can of course try to force them with the ult on Leo. Well, he's at the top lane, so not really. But Entomb has now been taken. They're trying to make the play for him, but another Dragon Knight has been claimed too. They were trying to take the top shrine and couldn't. Dragon Knight number 2, and this is starting to become a bit of a problematic. I mean, hello team, what's happening here? MisiePysie, they might just lose someone else. Drop the, yeah, they're gonna lose the 4, that's for sure. And we have the top Keck plays, everybody. Top Keck plays with the Wandering Keck, and that's the end of Malfurion. Goodbye, Malf. The old Giza is down, and that could be a follow-up kill, and indeed it is. So Malfurion and Mei have both now been obliterated. And they're dropping Odin since they're realizing, team, we might just be able to get some damage on that keep even. The ley line is missing though, but they set the portal up. They were hoping that they could go on Sylvanas. But the wall is open. Both of them are still low. Now they're trying to make the play for Chen for just a second. But Brightwing has also taken the experience at the top lane, trying to use their global abilities to keep him here. But oh boy. Yeah, red team is in trouble. Damage output, not too bad, but we have 5 kills against 1 now, and the structural situation on the map has radically changed from the beginning here. Big advantage. So, yep, there it is. Now, we got the moves around. Sylvanas is still at the top. Falstad, I guess you could try to play a little bit more around the global now, keep him on the side lane, and then fly in to turn a 4 versus 4 into a 5 versus 4. For now, this I suppose has just been rotating. The problem is he also doesn't have boomerangs, he doesn't have the wave clear. The idea here was apparently to just shift him a bit more into the fights and try to get 2 versus 1 setups and help him to gank the top lane. So he's not really the best now to sit on the side lane any longer. For that you need the wave clear, and that doesn't really exist in this end anymore if he doesn't go for the level 7 talent. So yeah, 25 stacks, and yeah, trying for the birdie again. Bye-bye. The gust is used and sends everybody to the left, but that's another cooldown burnt, of course. Level 13 is in, and it's just it's constantly pressure. Over and over again. And with the Keck, what are they going to do here? Are they just trying to Keck someone away from the portal once that it has been used? Isolate them and get the kill? Or what's the idea? We're going to see what they can. Yeah, over here a little bit of damage. Ley line, big one. And they get the camp. They're not even trying for a fight. They're just saying, yeah, the ley line is enough. Leo moved in a bit deep against Cesarboss and forced him behind the fort as well. But camp after camp is now being taken, and Team RageQuit has full control. Once the 13 hits, red team needs to make some moves. They definitely need to. Now, Mitra is already working on the next camp. Good for him. Leo is helping him out, or will. But, yep, Shrine Control at the top, taken for Ritual. There's the 13, full-on Lightning Rod build, even the Thunder Strikes now coming in. The bottom of the map, we're already seeing portals set up as they're trying to make a play for Mei. Mostly it's also the stacks for Medivh that he's interested in. We're 9 minutes into the game, so Limo really, really wants to make sure that he gets that completed soon so that he can play a bit more aggressively around his shield in particular. And doesn't have to save it for himself all that much. But there it is. There's the Entomb on Sylvanas. She jumps out. Good for her. And the Keck right away to counteract that They're trying to go for Diva. Chen, can they get him? Yep, Chen. Oh, nice gust. Nice. That was a really good gust. That gust was money. Well played. If not for the gust, that would have been a kill. But Team RageQuit, 2 levels ahead. Normally, I mean, again, 1.5. And they want to go for the next Dragonite. And they should be able to use that. Yeah, Chen is a second too late. Chen is 1 second too late. Here's the interrupt. Right wing is at the bottom. Could still jump in. They need some more damage in the middle if they really want to push them back, though. But there's a double lane now at the top for MisiePysie. So they're trying to 2v1 this one. Yeah, that's Mei. Oh, Mei, nice. Okay, so he comes in with a snowball, saves herself, gets 2 connected. And now at the top, right wing has moved in. They're still trying to push this one out. Richu has to move away. Okay, Entomb, and they're forcing them back. Down here, the fight nearly costs Mei her life. They're trying to 5-man the middle now, but the Dragonite has already been taken. They are playing around them so well, it's kind of crazy. Team RageQuit, this is what I wanted to see against the Hardos. I got none of that. What I got were Nazeebo and Ragnaros. And they didn't even play it the way that it's supposed to be played. Not as a great strategy to begin with, but if you're already going for a bit of a cheese, then at least play it properly. Now at the top, they're trying to go for Falstad. Another gust. And another hit. Warwick might fall, but the same is also true for the keep at the bottom. And it looks like he wants to get the kill against Chen. Brightwing is helping out. There's a polymorph, and goodbye. Chen is down, and we could even see Falstad fall. Spoiler alert, the red team has a problem. Bottom keep dropped. 16 talents are in. Damage output. Falstad with 31,000, and he's being chased around the top lane as the blue team is looking for one structure after another. Yeah, the flying pigs over here. Cesabos loses against Brightwing. Oh my god. Guys, what's going on here? Game number 1, and it is crazy. It's absolutely crazy what's happening right here in front of us. Yeah, the blue team. Total control of all of this now. 7 kills, 2-3. Leo, he's now taking the top fort. Not in a million years would have expected them to be this dominant. Not even a little bit. Like, wow. Bottom keep down, forts eliminated. You just expect them to just jump on the core at some point. And Limo is also done with the stacking on the baseline, so now Medivh can play way more aggressive than earlier. At the bottom of the map, they're pretty much doing the same thing now too. Going for even more of the camps. I mean, just check the experience out. Mercenary experience. 3,100 against 1,700. Now, of course, boosted a little bit because they took the camp here. And yeah, this is minion experience elite, passive experience elite, structures, they've taken the advantage. Hero kills is the same. On all fronts, the blue team is winning. Red team needs kills. I don't really know how. Maybe a good gust. He was trying to fly behind them. He was thinking of flying behind them and gusting them. Maybe a good play from Mei could also be nice. I mean, you already go into your snowball, so you have a chance to just set a good avalanche isolation up and then come in with the rest of the team. But there just doesn't really seem to be a whole lot of synergy in the lineup that they're playing now. And of course, the vision aspect is another big problem. You have Medivh just hovering above you time and time again and just saying like, alright, I'll keep tracks on what's happening. Tigers can easily move away because of it, and we got another Dragonite now up. It's 30 minutes into the game, so they're gonna likely try and end this now, if they can get another one. Yeah, oh, careful! Tigers, but he gets out. Yeah, that was dangerous. That could have been really dangerous. Leyline, Nemo makes it out too. That was a bit of a shocker for them. That definitely kept the adrenaline pumping for them. Yeah, you don't want to take such a big lead and then all of a sudden throw it because you make an aggressive rotation straight through the middle instead of going for the safe route on the left. Leo's also now moving away. And let's go. Bot lane, that's the one shrine that they control. And Leo's starting to move down to the bottom of the map to take exactly that one. And of course there's catapult pressure at the bottom. So there's that too. I don't think you can take that camp, boys. I guess they were just checking. But now they're trying to fly to the top. Falstad, he is going to try to force this. In the middle, they're interrupting so that nobody channels. Falstad takes the top shrine. And the blue team is trying to delay all of this until they have level 20. They're sitting here like, we don't need to force this. We are gonna get 20 soon. Yeah, there's the Keg. Top Keg plays for them. Polymorph. Brightwing is in with a play against Falstad, and the birdie is down. Here's the level 20 talents. Now we got the Buried Alive, their game changer talent. Medivh with a big portal. The ult on Malfurion is good. They are saving Sylvanas, which is crazy, but everybody else is in trouble. Medivh is trying to cheat here a little bit, as he normally does. As you can tell, at the bot lane, there's insane pressure. They can go for the Dragonite. They can go for the keep. At this point, it's just simply a question of how do you want to end the game. The only thing that MisiePysie has to decide at this point is, do they want to type GG with or without caps lock? That's the only question that is still here to be answered. The kill against Chen, the quest completion on the Mithril Maze, and there's the ult against Mei, who just explodes. The core is getting attacked. There's already multiple catapults on the core, and they're dropping the shield within seconds. Warwick is coming in, trying to protect them by simply taking this one down, and that is going to be lights out. No chance anymore. The red team loses the first map. Dragonshire, the victory, locked in by Team RageQuit as they take the lead in this loser bracket best of 3 series at our Heroes of the Storm tournament. Nicely done. GG.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Infernal Shrines, map number 2, Team RageQuit. Crushing. Absolutely crushing. I did expect this series to be a bit closer. Again, like obviously we had some crazy games early. We had another best of 3 series where the first map looked a bit like a stomp, and then all of a sudden we had a 3-mapper in front of us, so this could happen here too. I guess Medivh had a lot to do with it. Now he gets immediately banned. It's the usual spiel where you try in the first map to get away with something, your opponent punishes you for it with the Medivh pick, and then afterwards the hero's going to be banned. So that's what's happening here. If anything, it's maybe a little bit surprising that MisiePysie bans out Medivh, because honestly, they got first pick here. If I would have just let him be banned by Team RageQuit. But yeah. Anyways, traditional bans with Uther and Chromie. We got Sonya also taken away. Infernal Shrines, this is really where MisiePysie has to turn it around a bit. And yeah, there comes the Hogger first pick. It's a good map for Hogger. Good map for Hogger, 100%. But there's still some really strong picks that you can get now too. Control with the Stukov, for example, there. Warwick, of course, with his Diva now, but a little more hesitant around the first pick. Red team has a lot. They have to redeem themselves. Tigers is a pretty good log as well. Tigers, of course, is great because you can go for the Odin transformation around the objective, and even outside of that, he has a really good auto attack damage. That's amazing. Okay. So, let's see what we're gonna get on Infernal Shrines now for the red team. They are the ones who really have to change things. They're honestly the ones that have to make a difference now. They have to step it up. It's not so much on the blue team. Blue team has played a very solidly executed strategy on the first map. Here comes our Stukov pick together with the Haka, so already a global for them where they can play macro. They can with Stukov lock as another tank in variant. They could also go for Nubarak, for example, +1 damage dealer, so they still got a couple of decent options now with that lead into the draft. And I suppose we're gonna see one of the 2 combos banned out. They go for the damage ban instead. Cassia gets banned, okay. I mean, Hogger and the Haka are gonna be the 2 that dominate on the shrine. They're gonna be the 2 that are trying to lock their Punisher in for the team. And against the blue team, could still ban the support out here. Yeah, a bit more careful on this, but yeah, probably support ban, right? Right wing. Okay, so at least there's no polymorph now, no matter what else you do. And off we go. Double pick is coming in. I'm not really worried about the blue team. I honestly, game number 1, Kind of caught me a little bit off guard. I had the red team really pegged as the favorite for this one. I thought it would be a bit close. I guess I was also a bit influenced by that match in the winner bracket, but this is now a completely different team. There's Diablo plus Deckard Kane, so if Shizakid plays a decent Diablo, he can just bounce them around through into the walls around any objective. Hogga and Dehaka might have some trouble here. Now, of course, the question, do you combo something off with Stukov? You have a tank that they still need to take, unless they want to really play with Dehaka as a main tank. We've seen that variation once or twice, but it's not really meta. It's not something that you normally go for. Triple frontline, on the other hand, isn't out of the norm at all. But they go for Malthael. Triple frontline indeed, but with Dehaka in the main tank position. And Hanzo over here. This is a bit out there what they're playing. There's also not a lot of synergy between Malthael and the support. Divine Shield helps you, of course, to get the Tormented Souls through if you go down that path. Uther has been banned. And he could also have gone, I guess, for Ana for a nano boost. But there's the Genji pick. Game number 2. Let's see if MisiePysie can turn it around, guys. I'm a little bit worried. Team RageQuit looked great in map number 1. And let's find out on Infernal Shrines that they can lock in a 2-0 victory. Team RageQuit with the lead. And a very impressive one that locked in on the first map. Red team has a lot of work to do here to turn it around, but they have the potential. They got the player lineup, they got the talent on their roster. Shizakid on the left side here on Infernal Shrines with Diablo. We got Danozovsky currently on Deckard Kane, Limu on Genji, Maitri on Tychus. And at this point, we got Warwick on D.Va. On the right side of the map, Cesaboss is playing with Hogga. We got Gore Rider on Hanzo, Richu on Malthael, Mickey Good on Dehaka, and Pestka is playing Stukov. So, party time. Yeah. Can they pull it off? That's the big question. It's a big question mark here. It's a huge question mark. But, as I said, they got the talent pool over. I don't really... I mean, the draft is weird to me. I didn't really like what they drafted together on the first map. Some of the picks and also the pick priorities that they had on map number 1 were odd. I talked about Furion just to point one example out. But now that we're looking towards game number 2, it's still a little bit odd to see that triple frontline that they're playing here. This is something that you would normally more so see in North America when you're looking towards Wild Heart Esports than in the European scene. Some of the elements have been carried over, but generally that's not a typical setup here. Now Gore Rider makes it out, but there was pressure on him already. And of course, with this, we now got Mickey Good at the bot lane. Our 3-man is ready. It's all about the camps now. The 1 minute mark has passed, and which means we got the Khazar camps on the map. Top left, top right. That's where we have both of the teams busying themselves trying to lock the first one in. And I guess that the red team technically could try and make a move for the third one at the bottom of the map. Our 1-on-1 lane is still active. And Diablo is already investigating what's happening here. I don't think they're committing to this one though. Nah. Genji was also probably thinking about maybe making a play here. I suppose if they would have been faster on the left side with their own camp, they might have considered making a move. But instead, we now have a kill against Genji since he's just a bit too far out and gets punished right away for dipping his toe in. Stukov is going to make that happen for you. If you're silenced, then there's just no escape tools that you can use at that point. Okay, so level 4 talents are in. We got Maitri alone at the bot lane against Hogga, interestingly enough. And, of course, with the level 4 Hogga not making a choice yet. Actually waiting this one out a little bit. Stacks come in for Tychus. The bigger they are, not used in this game. Not against that front line. With all the melee heroes that they have, they are more interested in increasing the duration on the minigun. Ruby for Deckard Kane, the old man with the stick. And, well, let's have a bit of a look here. Yeah, because Richu is already in trouble. They're ganking up on him heavily. 5 versus 1, and that's not working out for Malthael. So, yep, he's dead too. Easy kill right there. Malthael down, and they are hyper-aggressive now. Last time it backfired on Genji, but this time they get the kill. And honestly, this is a little bit their playstyle that they've been showcasing a lot. They just don't have... They're not really going into any of these games and showing an insane amount of respect. They're always trying to see what they can get away with. The one example, as I'm not tired of mentioning, is the match in the winner bracket against the Hardos, which was just a full-on fiesta and nothing else. But for now, the Shrine gets attacked. Red team is starting to make the move over. They're willing to fight for this one. Mitra is probably going to get some stacks together here now too. Is moving in and is trying to lock him in against the two of them. 18 already, so good opening. Deckard Cain trying to control the entrance to the shrine. Genji isn't here yet, so this is a 5 versus 4. And Shizakid falls. Yeah, that's the kill. Genji had to stay at the top lane longer to take that camp down. They didn't take their own, and now they're getting punished for it. Warwick is also getting chased, but he's able to lock the mech in again. Level 7 talents ready for the red team, and this is looking way better now for them, at least initially, than what happened in game number 1. Medivh, the game changer. Time and time again. You don't ban Medivh at your own peril. But there's the kill against the Haka. They still get the objective, but a few kills are coming in now that Genji has joined the fun, and he's already working with them on the potential next one. Yeah, instead, Rich is jumping out. Everybody is just so low. And of course, now we got the Arcane Sentries also on the ground. Yeah, nobody's baiting it over yet, so that Punisher is getting a bit more damage than you would usually think. It opens the gate up, double, triple stun. Yeah. And they're going into the mid lane. Oh, Hogger! Baited, baby! Got baited in by Warwick's Diva. Thought he could get the kill and went straight into the tower range, and the rest is history. Yeah, that did not work out for him. This seems to be a bit of a thing lately. I mean, this is the second or third time that we see a Hogger dive in deep into the tower range and then getting punished for it. So, yeah, happened again. Now, we got 3 kills to 2, and both teams with even experience, but again, the aggressive move over at the camp. Now, a little bit more vision granted, and that should be the end of that fountain. Yes, it's down. Easy snipe, and that's going to be impactful for the next objective, since the second shrine spawns in the middle. Yeah, so far so good. You steal the camp away, you take the fountain down, you retreat to your own side of the map, and take camp number 2. The rotations that they're going for, the patterns that they're following is really, really good. And I am still a bit shocked that the red team is not doing better on those. In team fights, I could have totally understood it, but this is another kill they're locking in. Easy peasy, it's 4 kills to 2. And, yep, Team RageQuit. After all the good games that we've seen on them, they ended hard in the winner bracket quarterfinal, but now they're making up for it with a very good showing against the Polish team in red. And it doesn't really seem like they got a chance there. So right now, we have, as you can tell, another camp take, which means that they just locked in all 3 camps. That is a bit of a ballsy one. If Diva finds that out, if they go top left now, he's dead. That's a huge risk that they're running here. It seems to be paying off, though. They seem to be able to grab this one. Well, the 10s are in. Yeah, everybody's now at the bottom of the map, so that's actually a cool steal. Malthael is even moving in to help out if need be. But instead, at the bot lane, it's another kill. The follow-up of Deckard Cain is enough. And there they come with the stay a while and listen. Deckard Cain telling stories of his youth again. Oh, when I was young, phones and cables. We didn't have these mobile phones. Yeah, nobody wants to hear that shit though. So, yeah, didn't really hit a lot of people. Anyways, 5 kills to 2. 4 at the bot lane is now also down. At the top, of course, they got to deal with that camp that was stolen away. Now, red team is not out of this game yet. They are falling a bit behind. They've lost now structures, but let's not forget that the first objective was won by MisiePysie. And objective number 2, they could maybe take this one down as well. Last rights, no kill though, unfortunate. That's unlucky. And Hanzo still at the bottom of the map, defending as the shrine is about to activate. So, 5 kills to 2, slight lead, and well, let's go for it. They are not making a play, really? They're not even trying? Okay, they come in late, but they still try to fight it. For just a second, I was worried that they would completely forgo that. I was like, yeah. Oh, that arrow. Arrow camera catches all the action here. Fight itself. Yeah, not a lot happening, but they're looking for the kill now, and they might get the Haka. Yeah, that is it. The Haka is down, and Hogger is fighting himself. Okay, he's poking around a little bit. Nicely done. Deckard Cain with a zoning ult. I was like, oh, I can tell your stories. Like, shut up, geezer. Seriously, Boomer. No more stories from you. Everybody running away. Nobody's listening. He's a little bit sad now. Respect the elderly. It's not level 20 yet. Okay, so that's the Frozen Punisher, and the Frozen Punisher usually does a whole lot of work because he can pretty much Sylvanas style take those structures down. And we have a level 13 for them too. So, I don't know, but that is bad for them. That's bad for MisiePysie. They have a huge problem here. Yeah, 6 kills to 2. 13 to 12. Here we go. The ults are getting ready again too. Oh, that's a kill. Yep, there it is. Hogger is down. Nice jump. Beautiful. Well connected. I mean, Diablo with the engage into the wall. The Punisher jumping in. The fort is down. D.Va is pushing the top lane, by the way. She's not even in the middle. They are wrecking them right now. Oh my god. Oh, this is rough. 7 kills to 2. If MisiePysie doesn't turn it around early, like, if they don't make some plays now, then it is just gonna be a one-sided fiesta here. I don't know. The 13 talent gives them some big spikes. At least we're now getting the Valorant reaction, so there's lockdown potential through Stukov. But I just don't really see the combos. I mean, look at the lineup that they're playing. It's not like they're having any synergy on this. I mean, if you're going into an arrow with Hanzo, you want to have someone else to set it up for you too. Who's the one that chunks the target down so that the last rights connects? There's no Grey main for Bullet over here. There's no Tychus that they're running. We don't have an arrow into Apocalypse or in Medivh or whatnot. There's just not really a whole lot of synergy on the setup that they're playing, and it's just not working out for them whatsoever. They're 2 levels behind, and level 16 is going to be another problem. 53 stacks now, of course, here too. And yeah, huge problems for them right now. So I'm not quite sure what exactly is happening, but is getting a bit problematic. Now we got nearly level 16 for them, so that's the next one. 16 could be a big problem too. Top side, that's where we have Warwick starting to push in even further. And yep, next objective hasn't been announced yet, so that's another big one. Right now, we got Mitra and Shizake to go for the camps again, and this just continues the trend that we've highlighted at the beginning of the game, that the one team walks away with a lot of the mercenary camps here, and the other one is starting to struggle a lot more. So at this point, we have 16 ready. I can't believe that he's getting away with it again. Are you serious? That's the second time. But the fight over here is Diablo makes the engage. They're making the play for Stukov, and he's down. Deckard Kane again. Ah, when I was young, BlizzCon was not garbage. Ah, Blizzard still cared about their community. I was like, dude, nobody remembers that even. Genji is down. He ended a little bit too hard here, but it doesn't change the fact that he still traded 2 for 1. And Hogger stole it again. Hogger stole it again up at the top. And now that the shrine is active, they can still rely on the level 16. So yeah, good for them. 2 heroes down. They will be back for the shrine fight at least, but level 16, I guess eventually they're gonna get it. But the situation is still dire. And the aggression of Team RageQuit is also kind of nasty. They're jumping in time and time again, just saying like, okay guys, let's force the fight. Diablo engage, bam, get the ult out, follow up with it. And yeah, they are doing incredibly well here, of course. This is the moment where you might be able to turn it. 16 versus 16 talents. I have hopes that we're at least seeing a bit of a closer match now. But yeah, there's the headbanger. And pretty much it just describes what I'm doing. I'm banging my head against the monitor over and over again, watching what's going on here, because this is not what I was expecting. The arrow, there's the connect, there's the kill. Now we're talking. The old Deezer is down. Deckard Kane is annihilated. They go for Diablo and bam! Double kill. Stukov is dead, but now we're talking. Finally a little bit of synergy and coordination from the red team. And they still lose Hogger though, so that's 2 kills against 2, and the fight isn't even over. They're going for Malthael again, and Richu is dead. Unbelievable. The big trades in favor of Team RageQuit once more. Gore Rider is down to D.Va, overwatched him hard. Mitra coming back into the fight. No hit points, no problem. He doesn't care. And here comes the last kill. 5-man team wipe. Oh my god. He goes for the camp. at the top. They might... No, they're not losing the fort. Not against the camp. Well, maybe. I don't know. There's a catapult now. But the Mortar Punisher at the bottom of the map, it's getting crazy. What a game. That fight, honestly. Like, seriously, what the hell? So now we're making our way over towards the wall. They're trying to burst through this one. And that could be that could be keep. They don't have level 20 yet, so that's the one good thing for the red team. But no. That's not how they can start this. Don't tell me they're getting the insta-kill again. Caesar boss, Hawker, no! Oh, he is dead once again. The top fort has indeed fallen, by the way, so the camp was at least able to take that down. But as they're losing more and more heroes, not only does the level 20 and therefore the Storm Talons get closer, but also the potential end of the game. Diablo finally dying. No stack for Malthael, by the way. Malthael against Diablo, level 20, as I said, in just another second. They take the structure down and they're making the play for a finish. They're dropping it. This is it. This is it. There's the level 20, and the Punisher is still partying hard on the core. That's the end. That's the end. A 2-0 victory for Team RageQuit against MisiePysie, ladies and gentlemen. Big win here for the blue team as they eliminate the Polish team from the tournament. GG and well played.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.